Hi guys and welcome to my review of chapter 851 of One Piece. Sorry that this is a little late, but I literally fell asleep last night and I just slept for 12 hours, so oops. But now you're gonna get this review, which I'm kind of glad I did this a little late because I've had some time to think about it. I've had some time to read some of your comments and it's all very nice. Let's start with all of the easy stuff. Let's start with Chopper because I feel like that's the easiest one to get out of the way. Basically, they find out that they can literally just ask the mirrors of what they show, so they can be like, who shows Sanji, and so, and then one of the mirrors was like, I show Sanji, and then that's how they can find people. So that's awfully convenient and easy for them now, which in my mind is just, it raises only one question: who will be the first people that they see? Because if it's Luffy and Nami and Jinbei, then they'll probably form some sort of battle strategy or something, because they'll be like, okay, we need to do this, this, and this, and they'll probably tell them about Pudding as well. If Pedro is the first one, they'll probably save him from his situation. He probably won the fight against Tamago, but I don't want to say anything for certain because what the heck. But he is still surrounded, even though he won against Tamago. He's still surrounded by people and he seems to be yeah, outnumbered. So they could help him. They are also looking for Sanji, of course. If they find him first, I think it might help Sanji kind of decide what to do. And he can communicate with them probably without anyone else there. And now that he also knows about Pudding, he could also tell them about him or her. If they, for some reason, stumble upon the Bean Smokes first, who the heck knows what will happen. And then they could also stumble upon Pudding, but I don't think that will happen. Or they could just find out the situation with Brook, but I highly doubt that'll be the case. I feel like it'll either be Sanji because that one mirror said, oh, I just saw Sanji passing by here, or it'll be Luffy because he's first priority and he's captain, and he will probably be able to say, okay, this has happened, let's do this and this and this. Even though again it's Luffy, so who knows what plan he'll come up with, if he comes up with anything at all. That's not just let's punch Big Mom in the face. But yeah, I think that it's gonna be important who they meet first, and I think I'm probably gonna bet on either Sanji or Luffy, and I want it to be Sanji the most, but I feel like it might go towards Luffy. We'll see. So continuing on with Luffy, we have some gags with some torture and stuff like that. That's not important. What's important is that by the end, Jinbei comes, takes out Opera, and is like, hey Luffy, do you want me to get you out of there? Which is a great parallel, as I said, in my live reaction to Impel Down, where Luffy of course came and saved Jinbei from prison. And now Jinbei is back in action. It seems that he still has most of his limbs, but someone pointed out in, I don't know where, but we still haven't seen his legs. But then again, he's walking, so I don't know. And of course he didn't lose all of his life, but there are also people who seem to think that Jinbei ran away from the roulette, because all those chapters ago we had those people being like, oh my god, Jinbei's such a coward, he ran away and blah blah blah. I think those were lies. I feel like those were rumors. I feel like this has been discussed and those were probably rumors and not real things that happened. I don't know what happened between Jinbei and Big Mom, but I have a feeling that Jinbei would not be able to roam freely in Big Mom's castle if they had not ended things with some sort of deal. Not necessarily on good terms, but they just made some sort of deal, whether Jinbei gave away, was lucky and just had to give away 10 years of his life, or he just decided that, okay, maybe I shouldn't leave your crew just now, or something like that. I have no idea, but I feel like he's at the moment in good standing, or not in bad standing, with Big Mom, because he seems to be roaming freely around. Even though he did just take out Oprah, but that's probably because his priority is Luffy over Big Mom and her crew. But I'm really glad that we have Jinbei now, because I really, really like Jinbei, and I've been waiting for him to come back in action. So that's gonna be great. Also, this means that the Sun Pirates will now be put in use. They will be part of the action, which again just, it builds up to the wedding, which is happening so soon. I seriously think that we'll see the wedding start in less than 10 chapters, and maybe even in 5. I don't know, depends on how much we have left to explore before that, but I really don't feel like there's a lot. I feel like maybe we'll see Capone do something, or maybe what Caesar's up to, because those are the only 2 people left, and maybe if Gin shows up, but I have a feeling that if he shows up, he will do so during the wedding. But we'll see. Next thing to talk about. Okay. So let's jump into Pudding, because there are a lot of opinions about this, but let's just like talk about what actually happened, of important things. We get the reveal of her devil fruit power, the Memo fruit, or the Mem fruit. I'm gonna call it Memo no Mi because I feel like that's actually the name of it, but basically she has the power to erase memories and like edit false memories into your memory, which is what she does to Reiju in the end. She erases all the memories Reiju have of their interactions and overwrites it with something else. She makes the example of a soldier being hit by a stray bullet, but I'm pretty sure that's not what she's actually gonna do. She's probably, my theory is that she's gonna make someone else take the blame for Reiju's injuries, because by the end, she does take Reiju to the infirmary, which means that Reiju will still be hurt, of course. Like, there's no getting around that. And if she just hurt with no memories of what happens, like, that would be suspicious. But if she has memories of Capone attacking her, or Smoothie attacking her, or maybe even just her father attacking her, or Sanji attacking her, like, that's gonna create some sort of rift between Reiju and whoever, or maybe just the Vinsmokes and whoever, right? So I think that's what Pudding's planning here. Also because if she makes, if she creates chaos within the Vinsmoke family itself, and they are really planning to massacre them, which it does seem like at this point because she erased the memories, it'll be easier to get to them if they're fighting amongst themselves. So yeah, I'm really interested in seeing what Reiju ends up remembering. Now, we don't actually get any confirmation on whether or not Big Mom is also planning on killing the Straw Hats, but I feel like at this point, Sanji doesn't really care, because he can't draw either conclusion that, okay, if she promised me not to harm the Straw Hats, but she also promised not to harm the Vinsmokes, then I can't really trust her word anyway, so he's probably gonna figure that none of what he knows at the moment is real. The only people that he can trust are the Straw Hats, and it's probably safer for everyone if he just starts acting right about now. Which is gonna be really great because we've all been wanting to see Sanji kick some major ass. I'm gonna save a little bit about Sanji for later. Let me just finish talking about Pudding, because now that we have her devil fruit power revealed, this devil fruit power has literally nothing to do with having 3 eyes. Possibly, like, I don't know. I mean, with Sugar, she stopped aging when she got the toy fruit. I don't remember what it was called, but so strange things can happen. But I feel like the 3rd eye is still not connected to her power, and that means that she either potentially has 2 powers, or the 3rd eye is just some kind of like weird race thing. I have no clue. But I feel like maybe there's potential for Pudding to have 2 powers, and Hypnosis could still be like the 2nd power, but then again with the Memo fruit, I don't know why that would be important. Maybe, I don't know, unless, maybe, leave your suggestions in the comments below. Like, do you think the 3rd eye has any significance other than just being the reveal of her having, like, of her being two-faced or just a good actor or stuff like that? Because I just feel like there could be a point other than just, oh my god, see, Pudding was the 3-eyed girl all along and she was playing Sanji for a fool this entire time. So let me get into the Brook and the Big Mom stuff, which if you watch my live reaction, you'll know that that was actually what excited me the most, because, oh my god, I really like Brook, and I just really like him interacting with Big Mom. I'm really happy that he was like the first Straw Hat to probably interact with her, because with Sanji it was kind of like meh. But I was really happy about this, and I was really happy that Brook kind of broke down why it makes sense for Sanji to have like acted the way he has acted at this point, because a lot of people are really disappointed in Sanji, which I have a big problem with, because a lot of people have been like, oh my god, it's so out of character for Sanji to do this, and I'm just like, no, just because you want Mr. Prince does not mean that the kind-hearted self-sacrificial Sanji is out of character. It is literally not. Did you not read Skypiea, Thriller Bark, Shabandi? Like, he literally sacrifices himself all the time, and he's literally a really kind person. Like, just go back and read So, you'll see that as well. And Brook just points out to, I feel like this was more for the audience than for anyone else, because people are complaining so much. People are always complaining so much. But he's like, Sanji is kind, Sanji is sweet and self-sacrificial, whatever Brook said, so he would rather like sacrifice himself to ensure that we are safe than to put us all in danger, even though that's stupid. And that coupled with the fact that Seth is in danger and in a place where they cannot reach him, as I have said multiple times, that makes this situation very different from when it was Nami or when it was Robin, because Robin, there was really, like, the people she was trying to protect were the Straw Hats themselves, so that didn't really matter. With Nami, the people she wanted to protect were literally on the same island as the Straw Hats. With Seth, he's on the other side of the world. They cannot save him no matter what they do, like, unless they massacre the entire Vinsmoke family. And the Straw Hats aren't really known for massacring people. And the people who usually do kill people are Robin and Zoro, and they aren't there. So it really does make sense for Sanji to act this way, even though, yes, his Mr. Prince side of him is also very real, and that's probably, hopefully, what we will see now that he has his heart broken. But just because he's acting this way does not mean that he's acting out of character. Like, Oda knows his characters better than we do. Trust Oda. He has great stuff coming from Sanji. There's no way all this build up from Sanji's characters, and just in this arc in general, the previous arc with all the reveals about Sanji, and just Sanji not having acted as much in the new world, which I can totally agree that that's kind of annoying that Sanji hasn't really had a proper fight or anything. But all of this build up must lead to Sanji having some great character moments in 2017, or just like by this arc. So please guys, have some faith. Let's stop the negativity towards Sanji. And I know I'm biased because I love him a lot, but I also feel like the people who complain the most are probably people who really like Sanji, which is why you are disappointed. And again, I really get it, but he is still acting in character, and the kind-hearted Sanji is kind of also what I really like about him. That's why he's one of my favorite characters as well, because he's kind and sweet, self-sacrificial, which is like one of my favorite traits in a character, because that means there's good angst coming. But let me stop talking about Sanji, because I was supposed to talk about Brook, but he also presented to Big Mom Brook that their worst case scenario is that Sanji just stays and gets married and he doesn't come back with them. And we have this really amazing moment where Big Mom was like, your worst case scenario is just that you can't get your friend back. What about you dying? Don't you plan for that to happen? That could happen. And Brook is just like, who would ever plan for your own death, like for anyone dying? Oh my god. That was like an amazing line. And I especially liked when he called her young lady. I mean, oh my god. Everything, like, it was just like one double spread, I'm pretty sure, of them interacting, and everything about it was just so epic. And with Zeus and Prometheus just standing on either side, or flying on either side of Big Mom, and her just looking so intimidating, and then with Brook just being so awesome and just not even quivering in the face of Big Mom, and keep standing up. Like, the panels literally started with like, sulking, why do you keep standing? What do you, like, do you really think you can take this road poneglyph? And Brook is just like, yes, of course I can, because if Sanji doesn't come back to us, we need to make the most of this, and we need to show Sanji that this journey was not in vain, because if not, he will blame himself for whatever injuries we suffer. I just thought that was like so, oh my god, I just love Brook so much. I love him so much, and I'm really happy that he gets time to shine, because they were separated so soon after he joined the crew, and after their like reunion at Shabandi, after the 2-year time skip, none of them I feel like have really had the time to shine. Luffy mostly has had his moments, and Usopp as well, but for most of the other characters I feel like there's so much potential and so much that we have yet to see from them after the time skip. People are mostly talking about Zoro and Sanji when it comes to people not having shown their real abilities after the time skip, but I really feel like a lot of people have so much more potential, and we just haven't seen it yet. And I think that Wano will be like, really be it. It will be such a good arc for action and just character strength, if I can put it like that. I'm really excited for that. Because I feel like this arc is mostly about, like, there is psychological warfare. There's of course also gonna be regular punching and sword fights and stuff like that, because this is a shonen manga. But I feel like Wano will really be an action-packed arc, and I'm really excited for that, because I feel like we haven't really had that in the new world. So I'm excited for that, because I do actually like the action. Because One Piece does it so well with the creativity and just I feel like I have gotten through everything. I know that was something I wanted to include, but I don't want to find the comment now because it's like kind of lost. But I feel like we can all discuss a lot of things about the chapter, about Pudding's intentions with revealing the stuff she did to Reiju. I feel like this might just have been Oda just pointing out that she is literally insane and that she thinks that she has control of the situation because she could just erase Reiju's memories, because she did actually, she didn't mess up. Sanji was there to listen to all of it, but Pudding didn't know that, so in her mind she kind of succeeded in telling Reiju the plan and then erasing her memories. Also, there was the, someone pointed out that she could have like shot Reiju just to like kind of test whether or not the gun would work on the Beansmokes because of their like iron body. So that's another cool thing that may or may not be the case. But anyway, I thought this was a really good chapter, especially with the Brook and Big Mom stuff. Like, the other things were good as well, but I just really like the Brook and Big Mom stuff. And of course Jinbei returning, how could I forget? But yeah, I guess that rounds up my review of One Piece. You can leave a like if you like anything that I have to say, leave in the comments below what you thought of the chapter and all the things that I discussed and the things that I possibly missed. And if you want to see more, you can subscribe. Until next time, bye!